Hello, Seg 150. This is our week 10 video, October the 21st through October the 27th. This week we're covering chapter 7, which is the thinking and intelligence chapter, and most importantly, your written projects are due. Let's take a look at our checklist for this week. You have your video, we have some handouts, a couple of videos to watch. We have the study guide for exam 3, and most importantly, like I said, submitting your written project, which we'll talk about in just a second. Here is our link to our textbook, our audio PowerPoint. There are several handouts that are listed on here, as well as videos to make sure that you watch. These first two that you should definitely watch, there will be questions on your exam that refer to these, and the third is an optional TED Talk video on emotional intelligence. Here's your week 10 quiz. As always, attendance as well as a quiz grade. We'll come back to this written project in just a second. I do have the study guide for exam 3. If you can believe it or not, exam 3 is next week already. Exam 3 will cover 3 chapters. Last week's memory chapter, chapter 8. This week, chapter 7, which is the intelligence chapter. And for the first time, you will have a chapter due the same week as an exam. So next week, you'll have chapter 12, which is social psychology, as well as your exam due. Now, don't worry too much. Chapter 12 for us is a very, very short chapter, so it won't be a lot to do in the same week as an exam, but you'll see that next week. So there's the study guide. This will be your last study guide for the semester. I do not post a study guide for exam 4 or for the final exam. Last reminder, the last day for a W grade in the class, if you withdraw, is 10/24. After that day, Wake Tech will give you a WF instead of a W as your finishing grade if you withdraw after that date. Let's talk about the written project. So your written projects are due this Sunday, October 27th. Remember that you are submitting one Word document. Yes, I still have to say Word document. You cannot submit a Pages document. You cannot submit a link to a Google Dropbox or anything else. It has to be a Word document. You also cannot submit a PDF. We've had some issues with students submitting for their homework PDFs. I cannot open and write on a PDF, so it must be a Word document. If it is not a Word document, it will be a 0 for the project. You're submitting one document that's going to have a title page, your entire topic overview, your personal statement as why you chose that topic, and then your works cited page. We did have a couple people who never turned in a topic way back in the beginning of the semester. You'll see on Blackboard you already have a 0 for the project, so don't waste your time in doing it because you had to have had a topic approved before this time. It is important for you to know that I do not accept late work for any reason on this project. We have had the entire semester since way back in the beginning of September that you could have worked on this. Many people in this class have already written their project. They've turned it in. It has been graded. They've gotten their grade back. And I have to say, I've been really impressed. Overall, the class has done a really nice job on this. This is a very simple project. This project used to be a lot more involved, but this is my first semester where I've really pared it down, and it's an easy, simple research project on a topic in psychology. There are no excuses for a late paper. Do not wait until Sunday evening to submit this. You know if a problem's going to happen on Blackboard, a computer issue, problems with your Wi-Fi, it's going to happen when you least need it to happen. So do not wait until the last minute. I will not take late papers for any reason. You've had plenty of time to turn this in. If you email me after 5 on Sunday, I'm not going to see it. I'll see it on Monday, and that is too late. So regardless of the problem, if you do not have a paper submitted by the due date, it is a 0. I don't give any time extensions. Let's talk a little bit about SafeAssign. I do give you 3 attempts to upload into SafeAssign. Now, I know we have several people in this class who this is their very first college class. They might be dual enrolled. They've never used SafeAssign before. Might be their first class at Wake Tech. When you submit your paper, you will get a SafeAssign score, and that is the plagiarism checker that Wake Tech uses. it will pull up your paper alongside everything that they have found on the internet that relates to your paper. So it will tell you, if it is citing you for plagiarism, exactly what you wrote and exactly what they're saying that you have plagiarized. Now, I've been doing this a really long time. I know that if you have any direct quotations, if you have in-text citations, it's going to catch them. Please don't worry about that. I go through every single paper. It takes a very long time, but I check all of that stuff. So don't worry about if your score is elevated. Nobody in here is probably going to get a 0. But if your score is elevated, you want to make sure that you go back and look and see what it's catching you for plagiarism. A lot of times it's just a matter of rewriting what you wrote. It's too close to the actual text that you found. So you just have to rewrite it, put it in your own words. You can submit up to 3 times. Please know that I will grade the very last attempt that you submit. So you have 3 chances to look at it, rewrite things, and resubmit to lower that plagiarism score. We'll also be checking for any AI, running it through some AI checkers. In today's day and age, people are using ChatGPT, all of these other artificial intelligence programs to help them write things. Please do not make the mistake of using AI to write this project. If it gets flagged, it will be reported to the academic dean. I had someone already in this class this semester. I had several people last semester where that was the case. And unfortunately, I would hate for you to have that on your academic record for plagiarism and for cheating in using AI. So just do it yourself. Don't even go there so that you don't have to be flagged and you won't have to meet with the academic dean for that. The submission portal for this written project, let's go back and look, is at the bottom of the content area. You'll find it right here. Everything that you need to know is here. The due dates that we've had, the guidelines again, the questions that you have to answer. Make sure you go through and answer all of these questions. I've got examples from previous students, and this right here is where you submit your written project. Again, make sure that it's one document that includes all of the elements that are due. Now, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate. Send me an email and I'll be happy to help you wherever I can. Have a great week.